Good. Saturday, November 6th. We've been seeing a lot of pretty colors out there in terms of all those fall leaves. Take a look at this one from Upper Yosemite Fall. Just gorgeous. Thank you so much, Elliot, for sending this photo in. Send us your photos in your neighborhood. We'd love to see them. Go to the ABC 10 app and just click the Near Me section and we'll get those photos. Also been looking at those beautiful clouds rolling in as of Friday. Now we're looking at mostly cloudy to cloudy skies for the day ahead. We do expect to see about a 20% chance of rain in the Sacramento area, with more rain moving into the foothills and the high Sierra today, and that turning into a winter mix of snow above 6,500 feet, where we are looking at a winter weather advisory in place. And then valley rain, that'll be expected next week. We'll start it up Monday night into Tuesday. That should bring us some good amounts of rain. All right, a winter weather advisory, like I mentioned, in effect. We're looking at 11 a.m. until about midnight into your Sunday. And we do have daylight saving time that rolls the clocks back an hour starting at 2 a.m. So it'll be 1 a.m. We're already looking at some of that rain pushing in onshore this morning and the Fort Bragg area. And that's really just pushing a lot of that rain and dumping it into the coastal range. After it passes valley spots, most of that has been dropped out. The clouds roll over the valley for the most part and then start to re-lift again, creating more of that rain up in the atmosphere and pushing it over areas of the Sierra and the foothills. So some areas do skip out on that rain in the valley because of some of that dumping of the coastal range passing over the valley. Then more orographic uplift brings in more of that rain, which basically means it's just pushing it back up and starts to join more of that moisture up in the sky again. Okay, let's talk potential for atmospheric rivers. We know we got a huge dumping in October, that huge 1 in a 500-year historic dumping. Now what we're looking at here is more of that rain pushing in. That's going to start bringing us some of that rain into Tuesday, but the one we're currently looking at is a very light system. This atmospheric river for Saturday, that's primarily going to hit the coastline and out for areas of Northern California. After it's gone, here's the best shot for the next one. We start to see it all the way from areas of the Oregon coastline down toward Los Angeles, and this is Tuesday. It'll begin up about Monday evening for that evening commute through Monday night and into most of your Tuesday. We have one more out there, and that one's primarily targeting the Pacific Northwest. As you can see, that massive plume making its way into northern Oregon section, into Washington, and then hitting Canada as we start to move toward Thursday. But everyone else could just see some partly cloudy skies for California. We are going to miss out on that one directly, but we are getting some nice rain as we move from Monday to Tuesday. Let's time some of this out. Saturday's rain starting to come in as of the morning hours. You can see it along the coastline. As we get to 9:30 a.m., a few spotty areas starting to form there for the foothills and the high Sierra. Then we start to see this, and this is our best shot to see rain Saturday. This is the Sacramento area here, a 20% chance for that to move through and maybe hit your windshield. Just a brief little sprinkle or so there. Most of it, again, in the foothills for the day ahead and for the high Sierra. That's 1:30. Now, as we fast forward a little bit more, we get more of that snow above 6,500 feet. That'll bring in a few inches potentially for the passes, but wow, take a look at this. This is Monday, 8 p.m. So it starts up during the evening commute for you. So a lot of you heading from maybe the Bay Area towards Sacramento will be stuck in this if you're starting up around 4:30 to maybe 7 p.m. We're going to get some of that rain starting to push in. The heavier rain you can see by 8 p.m. making its way through Sacramento, most of the foothills all the way down to Sonora, Stockton, Modesto, San Jose, and San Francisco. And then the snow starts picking up as well. So this can be a heavy event. The yellow spots here, even heavier downpours. So we do expect our friends just east of Yuba City to be getting a lot of that rain. And then we can take a look here as we get to 10 p.m. even more heavy downpours in yellow. So do expect quite a bit of rain coming in with this system. So far, what we can see is anywhere moving to Tuesday, 8 a.m. overnight hours, anywhere from a quarter to a half inch of rain potentially for a lot of valley spots. And then some spots could see anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain. Areas like Yuba City, Grass Valley. This is preliminary computer models showing what we could see. Of course, when we get closer to the day into Monday, maybe we'll get a little bit of a better idea of where all this rain is hitting. But it does look like so far this is quite a bit of rain, a quarter to as much as a half inch for valley spots, and a little more of that locally for some spots, maybe even getting closer to that 3/4 of an inch mark for Sacramento. So we're gonna have to wait and see. All right, snow as of Saturday, we're going to see as much as 4 to 6 inches. Lassen, Donner as well. 3 to 4 inches, Carson, Ebbets. 1 to 2 in Echo. 1 to 2 in Sonora. Now, in the 18 to 14-day precipitation outlook, it looks like most of the Pacific Northwest is pretty much on par where there should be. Little wetter spots further north in Washington, and you can see in Idaho as well as portions of Montana. But overall, it looks like after this Tuesday system passes, we could remain a bit drier. So we're going to have to wait and see if that really holds true. Looking at the atmospheric rivers, it did look like it kind of skips over us and continues heading its way much further north toward the Pacific Northwest and into Canada. So if that does stay true, it looks like we may remain dry in the next couple of weeks. Now let's take a look at the lower foothills. We'll see those low 60s. Iona 62, 55 for our friends in Arnold, 57 in Auburn. And then taking a look at the high Sierra, 45 degrees on Sunday. But take a look at this. You're looking at Saturday to Sunday, the overnight hours when it gets really cold, 28 degrees, 24 degrees. We will still see some iciness on the roadways. Please be careful if you're heading up there. You could see some black ice, especially where we get areas that are shaded over from the trees. And the overnight hours are going to be very cold moving through this week. More snow potential from Tuesday to Wednesday for the high Sierra. Temperatures ranging for the highs in those mid 40s. Now for the Bay Area for Saturday, those mid 60s, and we'll see about 70 in Gilroy. Could see mid to upper 60s as well for the San Joaquin Valley, 68 in Patterson and Turlock, and then Sacramento areas about mid to low 60s for Saturday. Now taking a look at the week, we hit an upper 50 on Monday, so a little chilly that day. And take a look Sunday into Monday. This is where we get clear skies overnight. We're dropping down to as low as possibly 39 degrees. Then we see rain arriving Monday night into Tuesday, a little warmer overnight there, and then mid to upper 60s rolling into next week.